Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to seminar. Hope you are great. So this video is typical example of a video that I made some days ago where I was talking that some people go to sleep with black people in mind, but black people do not remember them. On a serious note, black people do not remember them. Tell me how a white man woke up and what he wanted was for them to join with Asians and fight people that look like me. For what reason? No reason. He decided to come up with a tweet that there is high violence on them and Asians done by me. And the last I checked, all the Pe0ple that has been going on this year has actually been them. But they will still sit back in their houses and tell you that it is my people. So what he wanted was to join force with the Asians and come for black people. But the Asian woman gave it to him. She said, not on my watch. Will I watch you pin us together? No. Rather, we'll come for you. You all can actually do better.
Let's talk about this tweet, shall we? James here says, today in America, black on white violence is rising at, shall I say, an uncomfortable pace. And we're not allowed to talk about it, not allowed to complain about it, not allowed to get justice for it. This statement right here, though, violence against white and Asian peoples is increasing, but our so-called leaders stand mute because. So here's what we're not going to fucking do. We're not going to use my community to stand with white nationalism, with white supremacy, to attack other marginalized groups, especially the black community. Maybe you should ask yourself, James, why the black community has always been treated as they were less than human. Maybe you should ask yourself, James, why they are always in fight or flight mode because of fucking white supremacy tactics. Maybe you should ask yourself, James, why the fuck they can't be treated equally like other people, especially when being pulled over by police. And most importantly, James, why do you think the fucking BLM movement exists? Because I'm sure the black community would rather have it not exist and feel equal to everybody else. But don't you dare use the Asian community to pit hate against the black community. You have been doing it all of this time. I don't care if it was 1 or 2 or 3 or 500 black people who attacked Asian people. That makes them shitty people. It doesn't represent the entire black community. So stop pushing the narrative that it does.
White people, I want you to start thinking of racism like a virus. You don't know you have it, you can't see it, and by the time that you realize it's all gone wrong, you've already spread it to 100,000 people. So what do I mean? Like when you have embedded subconscious racism, like when you say things like, oh, you're one of the good ones, that shows that you think most black people are bad ones and you have a friend who is a good one. Or when you have, but you'll say something like that, not know it's bad, not know it's a sickness, not know that is an internalized bias, and you'll spread that to another white friend or to another person or to other people, or you'll put it in your work or whatever you're doing, and it's spread and spread and spread and spread, and you didn't know that you were spreading it until you have a son that you've raised with these same mentalities, and that he's now a member of the white hooded cap society. See what I'm saying? Like, by the time it gets to the point where a person is like radicalized, is what I'm gonna call it, and they're like actively harming Black people, that is like the full blown sickness. But you can be sick and not know you're sick. You can have a virus and be spreading it and be contagious and not know that you have the virus and that is contagious. White people think that racism looks like I'm going to the Klan meetings, I'm going with the crosses, I'm going to spew hatred. Like, you don't understand that. I was listening to one TikTok girl, and she was saying that her father would not let her watch The Proud Family when she was growing up. She could not watch Sister Sister. She could not watch That's So Raven. And not because her father was racist, but because he didn't like the shows. He just felt like they were too loud, too ghetto, too something. But it's like, not that I don't like Black people, I just don't like anything about Black culture. But like, you don't like that, like, that doesn't feel like racism to you. Like, white people like to separate racism from anything else, and it's just like anything else that has to deal with being Black, and it's just like, I don't like it. Does that make sense? Like, you'll say you like rap music, but you don't like Black rappers. You don't like rap music, or you don't like hip hop, but you're not racist. And it's like, I can like, and again, it's like, it's so insidious. It's so hard to grasp. Like, you can only see a virus under a microscope, y'all. And that's the thing. Like, white people, they are trained from very young not to dig deep, not to question authority, not to think about what is being told to them, not to think about how they feel, and they just think that things just are. But I really challenge all white people everywhere to question how they feel about Black people, and question why they feel that way. Because why is it that you don't want your children to watch The Proud Family or That's So Raven? And this particular creator also talked about how her father didn't like that the only white person in That's So Raven was Chelsea, and she wasn't like the bright and shining star of the movie. It's just like, why do, like, you see that, but I'm like, then that makes me want to question, like, when you watch movies, do you notice that when there's only one Black person, do you notice if that Black person has a true character, a true part in the show, or is their character entirely there to facilitate the well-being, or facilitate the upbringing or the uplifting of the main centered white character? Like, do you notice that? Because I notice it every single time I watch a show. Like, my husband, I'm sure he's sick of it whenever we watch a movie, and I'm just like, dang, there was only one Black character, and he was the clown, or he was stupid, or he was the joke, or he was like a prop or a tool or something to make the white person look better. Like, I was watching what is that show called? Not 24, but it was a show about the doctors who went through a 24-hour shift in the ER, and the two Black people, three Black people, most of any Black people were either patients, and they were just funny, unhealthy patients, or they were Black women who were doctors. But the one Black woman who was actually like a main character, her entire character was centered around her being the character, like the main centered white man, his ex-girlfriend, and she had got pregnant by him and ended up having a miscarriage, or no, I think she had an abortion, and basically the whole entire season like built it up all the way up to this point where she finally told him, I was pregnant with your baby and I had an abortion, do you forgive me? And he was, of course, this wonderful, amazing person. It was just like, yes, of course I forgive you, you should forgive yourself and let it go. Like, her whole entire character was just there just to give him a moment where he could shine and shine as this emotionally empathetic, fantastic, wonderful person. And I was recommended this show by a white person who was like, oh my God, the show is so good, it was so great. And it's like, the show was good, it was a good show. But from a Black person's point of view, I'm like, none of the Black characters were worth anything. They were worth nothing. And it's just like, that makes the show like not as good of a show for me. But, and I understand though, from a white person's perspective, they don't care. They don't care if the white person is the main character and gets everything and all other people are extras. Like, that is what they want to see. They want to see themselves as the main character, being great, being the hero, being smart, being emotionally empathetic. And it's just like, but for me, it felt unrealistic because I'm just like, you have this highly intelligent, rich, handsome white man who is super empathetic, like not racist, like just wonderful, just this all around wonderful white man. I'm just like, where is this person in real life? I was just like, y'all, like, can we get some realistic characters here? Like, this is what y'all want me to believe, that this white man is like just perfect, literally just perfect. There's another show, I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Impossible or something like that. But me and my husband, we call it Unstoppable White Man. man. Because it's like, it's the whole show is centered around this, literally this unstoppable white man, just white man who is just perfect, just amazing, just smart, just just literally just perfect, empathetic, just amazing. Like, I'm just like, these characters that y'all come up with for white people are so unflawed. And I'm just like, and the flaws that they do have, they're not even real flaws. They're like, the flaw in the medical show was, you know, he had a black mentor, again, another black person who was there just to prop up how wonderful this white man was. And he was like, the whole, his inner character conflict was like, he had trauma from, you know, going through COVID-19, and his mentor died, and he had to choose between like giving his mentor blood or giving a little girl blood, and he ended up giving it to the little girl, but the little girl ended up passing away anyway. So now he was like, should I have given it to my mentor? And then everyone's telling him like, no, you did the right thing, your mentor would have wanted the little girl to have it, and it's okay, and if you gave it to the man, he probably would have, it wouldn't have worked out for him anyway. It was just like, all of the black characters were just there to prop him up as this wonderful person. Anyway, so I'm saying all that to say, this white man didn't want his white daughter to watch That's So Raven because there was only one white character, and she wasn't there as the beautiful, wonderful, amazing center of attention. And I'm just like, that is what black people experience every single day, sir. Every day. So when you are as a white person, I really just like, I encourage white people to really put themselves in a black person's shoes. Like, they don't do it. Y'all don't do it enough. Just watch movies, like watch black movies, watch white movies, and then watch it from the perspective of, I'm a black person and I'm going to be looking for how are black people, how are people of color treated in this movie. And see what you find, like, see how your lens can change, because like, white people, just, you live your lives through the lens of white people all the time, every day, and don't realize how ostracizing that mentality is for the rest of the United States, the rest of the global majority, the rest of the entire world. And I think it'll, oh my God, I think you'll like, oh my God, like, I think you'll just like wake up a little bit of like how white centered the world is, and how that's an injustice to you and everyone else. That's it.
All I got from this video. And sincerely speaking, I don't know why they behave the way they behave. They look for a way to bring black people and other people, and then, like, you know, knock them off, let them fight. He is saying that there is high rate of people that look like me doing something to them, and Asians. So now it is what he wants is looking for a way to bring Asians, to connive with Asians, to probably fight black people. But Asians already, the ones that are smart, already know what they are doing. The ones that are not smart would join in the fight, because they have always used them as pawns against other people. Black people wake up every day to so many disgusting things going on. Who are the people perpetuating all this? These people. When they cannot stand the fact that black people are having a quiet moment, good moment, a peaceful moment, they look for a way to use Twitter or anything to incite problems. The truth is that I have been in this space for a while, and one thing I have not seen is, I have not seen black people looking for a way. I mean, black people don't go to sleep with them in mind, but they go to sleep and wake up with black people in mind. I think I made a video about that some days ago. I have never, you rarely see, the only time you see black people talk, it's this history of a thing and how they have perpetuated so many horrible things happening. The fact that they don't see that they are doing something wrong, that shows you that, I don't know, I think sometimes I feel like humanity is lost, because when I'm doing something bad to somebody, I know. Maybe because you hurt me and I want to pay you back. But I know when I am doing something wrong. Yes. I know when I speak to people in a bad way. Especially when you are rude to me. I cannot wake up and start being rude to you. And when you are rude to me and I really go all out, I know that I really went all out. But why I am doing is to justify, is because of what you said to me. I know. So how do they do something wrong and think something anyway? Like I think we've talked about this. Some of them have selective amnesia and all that. They know the one to remember and the one not to remember. They know the one to and the one not to say. Yeah, like that. But some of them, they need to cleanse them with hypo. What I mean with jig, like all this bleach. Bleach that you use to bleach your clothes or clean the house and all. Some people's character needs to be bleached. Even if you bleach them, it will not go away completely. That is to tell you how stained or how bad that is. But I really do hope that some of them will sit back someday and have a wake-up call and know that this is not right. They are not behaving well. Black people don't look for your problem. Black people do not wake up to incite problem. Black people are on their own, but you guys will look for a way to bring them into something because we all want to be the center of attraction. You guys are the good people. We are the bad people. And we also agree, but stop coming to us. Just stay on your own. Let's stay on. Still, it is not okay. Now, I would rather go in here. Bye for now.